Now I am going to explain you about the staff lines. In staff we have 5 lines. This is the general rule. We have 5 lines. So this is called staff lines or the staff. Staff lines, or we can call it as just the staff. The staff, that's all. So there are totally 5 lines. The music is written in the line, it is written on the line, or it is written on the space. So here there are two things. These are called lines and these are called spaces. So space, this is a space, this is a space. So totally there are 4 spaces and 5 lines. This is a line and spaces. Now there is one more symbol called the treble clef. This is called treble clef. It's also called G-Clef. So I'll explain you why it is called G-Clef. See the same 5 lines and the treble clef is now drawn on the line. Why it is called G-Clef? Because this treble clef, it comes and ends at the line called G. So beneath this G-Clef comes the bass clef. So bass clef is denoted like this, drawn like this, and it has 2 dots, and this one is called bass clef. It's also called F-Clef. So this is how we draw the bass clef on the staff. So already we saw the treble clef on the staff, and now it's bass clef on the staff. This starting point where it starts is F. Therefore the other name for the bass clef is F-Clef. The other name for the treble clef is G-Clef. So this is how it looks when there is a grand staff. So grand staff, we can find this symbol there. It has the 5 treble lines and 5 bass lines. So the treble clef always comes at the top and the bass clef always comes at the bottom. And this is called F-Clef, and the treble clef is also called G-Clef. Here also there are 5 lines, here also there are 5 lines. I am adding a new line in between the treble and bass here. So this is called ledger line. It's called a ledger line, or it's called an added line. This ledger line can also come above the stuff. It can be how many, and it can also come below the stuff. The very interesting part is this ledger line. When I draw any note on this line, it is called the middle C. Now let's see how the notes forms from there. So after C, the next note is always D. When any note comes on this line, it is called E. If a note comes on this space, it is called F. So the notes, it can be like this. And any note comes on this line is G. Therefore already before I mentioned treble clef is also called G. So it's common that we start from C, D, E, F, G, then A, then B, again C, D, E, F, and G, A, B, C. So this is the middle C. This is the 4th octave C if you are using the 5 octave keyboard. Then it is the last C. now let's come down. From C, I am going down on the keyboard. When we go down on the keyboard, after C comes B. So this place is called B. When there is any note here, it is called B. And this line is called A. Then after A comes G, after G comes F. See here, I mentioned this bass clef as F-Clef. So it is also called F-Clef because this line is F. Then comes E, D, C, B, A, G, then this space is F, line is E, D, C. So this is the middle C, this is the second octave C, this is the first octave C. So this is the middle C, this is the second octave C, this is the first octave C. First octave, second octave, middle is third octave, and then fourth octave, then fifth octave. And also the keyboard has another C at the last end. If it's a 5-octave keyboards, you can find another one C, but there is only one C, that is the last key of the keyboard. So this is how the notes forms from the middle C, how the note progresses towards the top and how it progresses towards the down. And this is the treble clef, how to draw that, and this is the bass clef, how to draw this. So this you have to keep in mind for doing the exercises in the John Thompson book.